Okay, I'm going to be honest with everyone from the get go. My Mets are in the playoffs, so I'm going back and forth between um, that and Once Upon a Time, and I try and do it very quickly, and I miss certain things like basically Violet. I completely missed her, and I completely. Did I completely miss all of Emma with surrounded by the flowers, which some other reviewers have compared to Twilight for some reason. I don't. They weren't lying down in a meadow; they were standing up. I don't get this. Why are you telling people it's like Twilight? Hey, hey. However, to the Broken Kingdom, we see that. Well, the first thing we see is that uh, the Charmings are an actual couple, which is nice. I mean, my parents can still teach them how to fight like a married couple, but then again, they've been married for 42 years. Um, so, well, that's different. Uh, now, but we see them fighting because David at the beginning trusts Arthur, and Snow doesn't. And Naive, that's, that's because she trusts Lancelot a lot more than David does, because she's known him longer. We haven't gotten into how she's known him longer yet, but I'm pretty sure that'll come. And if it doesn't, that'll be a total waste of writing abilities, because this is only a 10 episode arc, and we have more. We only have 6 more episodes to go on this arc. However, we get Arthur, Lancelot, and Guinevere's backstory, and how she fell for Lancelot, and how she seduced him practically because Arthur is going mad, totally out of his mind. He has to reunite the sword uh, from the stone. He has to find this dagger, and it is driving people away from him. He is not thinking of his wife at all. And Guinevere says, "I'm going to do something about it." So they go. So she and Lancelot go looking for the thing and actually draw closer to each other, which is not, that well. Now we see that Snow and Lancelot go looking for the dagger, but Arthur sneaks up behind them, and we find out that while their fight was not a ploy, they decided to end the fight quickly for the sake of their child, which normal parents at least put their differences aside and say, "Let's finish this first before we continue on this argument path." Now, so Arthur only has the dagger for a couple of seconds, then David takes it away from him, but before he does that, he tries to summon the Dark One, and the Dark One won't come because they're in a different realm. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids, and for the Charmings, as it seems. Now, uh, we get back to nowadays, and Emma is trying to turn um, Rumpelstiltskin into a hero, which and eventually she in entrusts after ripping out her heart Merida to make him brave. And Merida's like, I should have killed you when I had the chance. Your family was wrong. And here's what I don't understand. Even if Rumpelstiltskin is brave, with all of the death that he has, been part of and all of the trickery, how does that make him a hero? To be brave does not mean to be heroic. You can be brave and you can be a scumbag. There are plenty of them. Why do you think there are so many daylight robberies? Uh, you know, and bank robberies. You gotta be brave to do that. Of course, it helps to have, the gun with you. But those are details. Anyhow, meanwhile, um, back in the during the Camelot uh, time where they're all there, Emma falls down, and Henry and Gillian take her to a special place where turns out to be Violet's place, and he just she discovers that Henry, while not admitting it, has a girlfriend. I'm his mother, and the dark one. Which do you think is worse for him? That was a great line. I'm telling you right now, that was a great line. However, um, and back in the time before the 5 years ago, before they all showed up at the at Camelot, Guinevere has to make a deal with Rumpelstiltskin to get her husband back and stop him being so absolutely crazed about this. And so she gives him the gauntlet. You remember the gauntlet from last year? Um, and for this thing from the mists of Avalon, and it will make it look like it's all appeared, and all she has to do is sprinkle it on the sword. But he finds out about it. He's a little mad. He loves her. He's not being the abusive husband, but he is being the manipulative husband because pushes, I mean, he pushes and puts the dust on her to make her stay because she threatens to leave him and Camelot, and everyone will know that he is a fraud, or maybe not a fraud, but doesn't have the entire dagger, and will lose the. And it was all prophesized when Merlin was in the tree, when he was chosen. So Merlin has been in there more than the 10 years, and well, Arthur's not having any of that, so he puts the mist on the entire people, and they put the rest of the mist on the Charmings when they get out. So they're under control while in Camelot of this mist, and everything seems to be okay, and they're going to reunite the dagger, which is why they're hiding it in Storybrooke at Granny's back now. So that was it. I liked it. This episode got the least amount of views so far on television according to the rating system. But then again, the playoffs are on, so there may be a lot of fans in Chicago and New York who didn't watch it like I did. Um, All in all, good. Bye bye.